Hey, my friends, what do cupcakes, Mick releases, and imposter syndrome have in common? Well, they all showed up at the London Jump Rope Meetup in July, and so did my friend Sarah Marshall. She is back. The mighty and magical Stronger with Sarah returns for episode 38 of the Jump Rope podcast, and we are chatting all things jump rope meetups. What to pack, how to prep, tactics to deal if you're an introvert, how not to get whipped in the face by a 6'7" legend, and why fangirling at your first meetup is totally normal and even encouraged. We also talk about the jump rope bubble, or as Sarah calls it, her orb of joy, a force field of rope, rhythm, and music that nothing negative can penetrate. It's a magic place, and I visit as often as I can. Whether you're a meetup veteran or prepping for your very first in-person like I was, this episode is packed with tips, laughs, and a whole lot of love for the jump rope community. So hold on to your handles and let's jump right in. Sarah Marshall, I am so happy to have you back on the Jump Rope podcast. Thank you for joining me. And I'm very excited to talk about meetups because, as you know, I'm headed to the Chicago meetup this weekend. It's going to be my first jump rope meetup. And I know earlier in the month, July 5th, there was the meetup in London and you were one of the support staff for that.
No, I had nothing to do with it. I just turned up. It was great.
Really? I thought you were support staff.
No. That was Laura, Peter, and Chris. All of those guys took care of that. I just turned up and looked happy.
Nice. So this is episode 38, and you were last on episode 15. And
oh my God.
I know, it's been a while.
It has been a while.
But as I think I mentioned before, the funny thing about that episode is it's still one of the longest episodes that I've done. Definitely the longest with one other person because we were so chatty. And I can see when I transcribe each episode, the total number of words that are said during each episode. And most of them are like 12,000, 10,000, 13,000 words. You and I were 2,249 words.
Nice.
So we got our chat on. That's for sure.
That's a light conversation for me.
Right.
Wait until we meet. We won't be able to shut up.
I know. Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that came up during that episode, which has stuck with me, and I think you've heard it out of me over and over again, is the jump rope bubble. And I wondered if I could bug you up front to just restate what the jump rope bubble is or what the jump rope bubble means to you.
Well, I kind of just always felt like that. So my jump rope, what I call it is my orb. So it's like, it is a bubble. But my orb, and it's basically nothing can penetrate it. Nothing can get inside it. It's literally me, the air, the rope, the music. And I love it. I love that expression because it's exactly how I feel. No matter what day I'm having, you put me inside that rope and get me some rotations. Admittedly, at the moment, I'm not jumping, but get some rotations, whether a mic release or a mamba or anything. Even at the moment, my mood just goes and it changes. So, and I have heard it repeatedly on the podcast. So I love that you're carrying it forward. And I love that you're spreading the word of it because it's one of those things that it spreads joy.
Right.
I love that the bubble is something that's people's taking on the term of.
Yeah.
Just that it's just a force field. That's all it is. Force field,
yeah.
Because it moves so fast. Anyone tries to get in it, but they're going to get hurt. One, they will get hurt. But nothing can penetrate it. And that's the whole thing. No negative thoughts, no nothing. Yeah, you can get frustrated, but that's a frustration at yourself. There's nothing else that's going to enter it. So, yeah, it's moving that, especially yours, moves that fast. There's nothing coming in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like in meditation, when you learn deep breathing and when that starts working for you and you can feel your body calming and stuff like that. It's a similar effect for me. And you just did such a fantastic job of encapsulating that thought that the force field, the bubble, the orb, it's all the same. Once I get it going, I'm in there and it's like it clears my mind and I focus. And the music is integral for me. I know some people don't jump with music, but
no. Yeah, I have to.
It's all one package. Yeah.
And we said this last time, I think. You have to find the right tune.
Sure.
There's something that clicks and you go, oh yeah, that's getting repeated. And I get stuck. I guess it's part of a neurodivergent thing or whatever, but I just get stuck on a track. Last night, the reel that I put up, I just kept skipping it back on my phone, on my watch, just to keep going to the same bit. And I was like, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Frustration, but I was happy.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And I get stuck on tracks too, as you know. And there was one night last week where I had a rough day for whatever reason. And I just had Jay-Z in my head. I was like, I'm going to go bang it out to Jay-Z. And I had done the song 3 times in the last week or whatever, but it didn't matter. Like, that's what I needed. And that put me in the bubble.
Was it shoulder by any chance?
Hell yeah, it was.
It's amazing. That's what every time you post a reel with that, I'm like, oh, I love this song. I like, yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah, it is a
Definitely.
good song. It's fun to jump to. So you weren't official support staff, but I saw you helping people and meeting
Yeah.
people at
Well,
the.
the thing was that I wasn't support staff, but in the end, I couldn't jump. So I tried to jump. I've been signed off technically. I'm not allowed to jump for quite a while until my foot recovers. And I kind of went down. I was like, this is going to be my rodeo out type thing. I'm going to go hard. I couldn't even jump. I couldn't even jump. I tried and I did a few bits. Who did I do bits with? I couldn't get anything recorded. So I ended up just kind of going around recording people. So I ended up, and I haven't actually done a reel still yet, if you haven't noticed. I did a load of stories of pictures, but I haven't done a reel yet because I'm trying to get the right thing. And actually, this is going to be perfect for me for when this comes out. I will actually do I'll release the reel then.
Cool.
So it'll be kind of in collaboration. So, talking about the meetup and things. So I actually ended up, I did one of the, not challenges, but the meetup combo. And I could not get it. I got
Really?
it, but I can't even remember what the move was, but I couldn't swing, I couldn't do the swing open. So I was swing crossing. I was doing it every time, swing cross, swing cross. Everyone around me was doing swing open, swing open. I just kept swing crossing.
Yeah.
I
You
was
get that.
like, I'm at the back, it's fine. So I kept doing that. And then it hurt my foot so much because I'd been in London for 2 days already and we'd done so much walking, about 20,000 both days. And yeah, I was late to the meetup. I don't know if you know, I got stuck in London Pride. So the
Wow.
Pride Festival. So we were walking down, for anyone that knows London, we was walking down from Hamleys. We took Ada, my little girl, down to Hamleys in the morning. And then we walked up to Hyde Park. Little bit known to us, that's the main drag where Pride was going down, and it started at Hyde Park Corner. So as we got closer to Hyde Park Corner, that was it. 12 o'clock, Pride's coming down. I saw Lana Del Rey. I saw like loads of American stars. I was like, what the heck? And then it started chucking it down. So this is like 10 past 12. So I just sent a video in the group, like for the London Meetup group on Instagram. Like, I'm stuck in Pride, but we're having a great time. Like, everyone was wondering where I was, and I wasn't there. I couldn't get there. So we all got there about 12:30, maybe 1:45. It took us a while.
Yeah.
Took us a while to get through it all. It was major traffic. It was so funny. I was like, this isn't great. So I missed. I don't think it happens normally, but because there were so many people there, they had a big circle of introducing themselves. So I missed all of that. Didn't know who anyone was.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how that started anyway. But yeah, so I ended up being, not support, but I was going around and filming people and holding people's cameras for them. And
Sure.
some of the girls were doing a jump rope dance thing, and I ended up doing like some fancy video. I haven't still seen that video come out actually. Amy, I'm gonna come to you for that actually. If she watches this. Yeah, I was doing some fancy videoing thing for the girls dancing, which was dead cute. So yeah, it was still a great day, even though I couldn't do much. It was still really nice. And I got Peter doing some mic releases, and I still got the video for that. Yeah, I've got one. So she's like,
Nice. Of course she was. That's exactly what she does with the kick at the end, right?
the amount of kicks, yeah.
Yeah.
So I did bits, but yeah, I ended up kind of just looking after people and making sure everyone was all right, and ended up helping Maria hand out cupcakes and things because she baked like 4 dozen cupcakes. I'm not kidding.
Oh,
They were
wow.
amazing as well.
Wow.
I've never done a London meetup, like a Hyde Park meetup. That was my first one. So
Oh, really?
yeah. No, I've done loads around different places, and no one could believe that I hadn't been there. So the people who live in London were like, "You've been here with a jump rope before?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're Chris's workshops." And they were like, and they couldn't remember. They couldn't remember.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, I'm just everywhere."
That's funny. It's funny that you mentioned PETA and the releases because, I recently redesigned the whole Jump Rope podcast website. And as part of that, I went back through all of the episodes and redid notes and stuff like that and reread transcripts and rewrote a bunch of shit. And one of PETA's comments was like, in her episode, she talked about like trying to learn the mic release and how frustrating it was and how she just didn't have patience for that. She was just going to go flow. And so it's great that you got her into the releases.
Oh, I literally marched her off to a piece of grass where no one else was. And then I started doing it. and helping her. And then Ailey came over and Ailey
Nice.
gave her some tips as well. So we were both there trying to help her. And she landed a few and they were really good. I think her rope's just
Awesome.
a little bit too long because she's
Yeah.
4 foot. Well,
11.
4 foot nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked her up as well, which was quite funny. But yeah, I think her rope's a little bit. It's either her rope's too long or there's loads of bits. We'll talk to her about it. We need to help
Yeah.
her again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good that she did some in front of me. I was really proud of her.
That's
She didn't
awesome.
stop either. She didn't stop. I was very proud of her.
So how many people were there? I think Chris mentioned he thought there were 68 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see the final count. And because there were people coming and going all day, so obviously you don't have to stay there for the 4 hours. I didn't get there for the 4 hours. We left around 4:05, but a lot of people had left before that. And then people had come, some people had left before the photos as well. So I think on the photos were counted around 58, but there was
Okay.
definitely more than that. There was 100%
Sure.
more than that. But obviously that was only the people in the photos as well. Some people didn't want them. So
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone actually did an official head count. So
Okay.
yeah, it was way. I think it was way over 60.
So
Count
how
the
many?
people who was the support, like as in the families that were there as well. Because Laura's husband, Steve, Mr. Steve,
Right, Mr. Steve.
and her friend and her husband were there all day. They were literally
Cool.
stood there all day. I was like, this is amazing. They were just stood there in amazement watching it all. They were so lovely.
Yeah.
Lots of people had support people, like people with them. So if you count them, yeah, you was into the 70s, 80s, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So how many meetups do you think you've done?
I think only in the last 3 years. Oh, actually, Stacey Skips has just posted a memory for my first meetup, which was 3 years ago today.
Wow.
Oh, it's my meetup anniversary. How weird is that? That didn't even register.
Happy meetup
3
anniversary.
years, yeah, 3 years ago today was my first ever meetup, and we did like a little one in Nottingham, just on the outskirts. And Ailey came down, and some people
Nice.
came up from London. There was only maybe 6, 7 of us, or 8, or something like that. But it was brilliant. It was great. So I think I've done in total maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I don't go to that many, but now I want to. Even if I can't jump, I'm still going to go because you learn so much. And you get to meet
Right.
some amazing people. And it was nice, this one in London, because I got to reconnect with loads of people I've not seen in ages.
Yeah.
So seeing people that I've seen at the workshops and, met Jenny Licious and all those types of things. And yeah, it was nice to reconnect with people. Even though you talk over the internet, it's not the same, is it?
No.
And meeting people for the first time. So yeah, I think it's 6 or 7.
Okay. So were you giddy with excitement before going to any of these meetups? Like, I feel like I'm 14 and about to drive a car for the first time. Like, I'm so excited to go to a meetup.
Let me be real here. So with every meetup, I get sick with anxiety.
Yeah.
I'm really excited at the same time, but I get major imposter syndrome when I'm there. And that's probably something I've never said out loud before. I may have said it to my husband. I get major I'm like, oh my God, I'm not as good as these people. And so I kind of just make me throw a mick. And I'm like this. Okay, what else can I do? I don't dare do anything. It's a really weird thing. Obviously, I do meetup combos, and like the Birmingham one, we did the Jump for Joy 100 Days celebration combo together. As frustrating as that thing was, that was about 80 takes. Hence why I didn't do the one at Hyde Park, because I knew it would have broken me.
Yeah.
But they did the 100-day jump one there as well, and that was really nice to see because there was so many people with the Jump for Joy t-shirts on.
Nice.
But yeah, I get really excited, really anxious. And then when I get there, I'm like, I literally just kind of hide in a corner. It's really weird.
Really?
It's almost like I become Aaron. It's like I become an introvert. I do obviously go around and see everyone, but sometimes I just have to take a step back and just kind of watch people and go, whoa.
Yeah.
Like seeing them in a video is completely different to seeing them in real life. There were some
Yeah.
people there that I'd never met before as well.
Sure.
I'm not kidding. I was gulping. I was like this.
Yeah.
Some of the skills I could see. It was
Sure.
just mad. It was, yeah. But anxiety excitedness, I'd say. I'd call it.
Yeah.
I'm like got
Yeah.
the giddies and feel a bit like adrenaline shaky, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Almost like I took a pre-workout.
Yeah.
Buzzing a
That's
bit.
funny. I feel so many of the same things, like the imposter syndrome. Even the other day I was out skipping, and I've been thinking about this meetup constantly, and I was thinking there's so many people who can do do things that I can't do, or
Yeah, but
like,
you just ask them. You just ask them and they'll happily show you. That's the
right.
greatest thing. It's
Yeah,
that
I
fear.
know. I had
Do
to
I
tell
do it?
myself that though. Like,
Yeah.
if we're doing a combo and they want to end with a snappy foot catch or whatever, I may miss it. But you know what? That's okay.
Don't
These people
worry.
know me. They've seen me. They know what I do. And if they pay attention at all, they pay attention for what I do, and that's okay. But
I don't know how many go into Chicago, so I'll ask you that in a minute. But like the funniest thing is, so people kind of break off into little groups and they grab someone to do a combo. So this area that we was in, Sabrina Carpenter, I think, was doing a gig. So it was all like boarded off for Hyde Park British Summertime Festival or whatever it is. So there's a big American star doing a big gig over to the right hand side. So we had this area and people just kind of flood out massively, like go like far out, and all you can see is them just drilling and drilling the combo that they're doing together, and it's so funny to see. It's like so many people, you could just keep it going. Uh. That was like the soundtrack. Wait, 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 wait. Oh, yeah, it was so funny. I was like, there's a lot going on here.
that is a lot. I'm
It's
afraid my
like,
soundtrack might be rated R though. Like, I have to watch my tongue.
yeah. Well, if there's kids there, maybe not. But yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be able to hold it. But if there's kids there, yeah, it's
Yeah.
quite funny. But the also thing that you'll probably notice is people just coming up and asking. So people who's never picked up a jump rope in their life. That is the thing I really enjoy about jump rope meetups, because if you're out in the open, people can come just ask you and go, "Have you got a spare rope?" You know what? Give them and see what they do, because some of them turn out absolute magic, and you're like, you need to buy one. Like, you need to buy
Yeah.
one now.
Yeah.
Chris has it all the time where he has people come up to him and like talk about his ropes. And of course, Chris obviously loves talking about it and promoting the business, which is great. And I just think that's really nice that people are like watch it and go, you know how we did when we first saw it on the internet or wherever we saw it.
Yeah.
We go, oh my God, what's this? Oh my God, okay, how do they do that? Okay, all right, let's have a look a bit more. So you dig deeper, don't you? They don't get a chance to do that. They just watch the skills that people are doing and then they go, all right, let's go and ask. And then they ask, pick up a rope and see if they can do it. It's really nice, especially
Yeah.
kids. Kids are really good ones at doing it. The parents bring the kids up and the kids try it as well. So I hope you get a poster of that, because that's a little bit of, it's like explorative joy. You kind of just see the spark and you go, oh,
I want to feed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I'm already planning to bring like a half a dozen. I've got so many ropes, but I'm going to bring a bunch that I don't use on a regular basis. So if people come out, I can say, hey, I got one for you.
That's what I was going to say. So also, because obviously sometimes you jump on mats, you jump on obviously limestone thingies. I was going to ask you which ones are you taking, because I would say don't take your favorites. And
Okay.
I would actually key that, because you will batter them up. Well, the amount that you are jumping, I mean, take one favorite at least, one that you know that's a perfect size. But generally, so this is my outdoor rope now. Look at the color of that white. That is not white.
Yeah.
That is like, and this is, I mean, the beads are battered, they're thin as anything. But I use this for outdoors. So, like if I'm going for a walk with my husband and daughter, I'll take this one and just wrap it up and chuck it in my pocket. So then I can just pull it out wherever I want to jump or do a mic release and record it, something on a high on a hill type thing. Yeah. So I'd say take maybe one or two of your favorites. I know you've got thousands, so you're all right. But yeah, then take some spare as well that you don't mind really messing up type stuff. Because they
Do you know what I do?
Obliterated. Go on.
Yeah. What I do is I order duplicates. So like I've got a rainbow rope that I named Rain that I jump with, but this is my spare. This one I have not used yet because I beat the living hell out of my ropes because I'm jumping on concrete, I'm jumping on pavement and stuff like that. So I have ropes where I've had to replace the 12 beads at the bottom of the rope repeatedly because they wear away to nothing. Do you know it?
You know the way to do that though, don't you? You just swap the beads around.
Yes. I mean, like adding.
No, you don't add. So you take the end beads off, the ones that don't hit the floor.
Right.
So all of these are pristine next to the handles. All of these are pristine. And you swap them over and put them in the middle and them on the outside. And then you've got double the amount. So then you can beat the nice pristine ones up until all of them are ruined and then just replace.
Yeah. Yeah, I could try that. I think the problem is that by the time I do rope surgery, my little vertebrae are so deteriorated that, moving them to the top of the rope is not really a fun option.
It's
Because,
not going to help you. They'll
right,
still be as thin
like
as paper.
I've had those ropes where I start out and I've got this much gap between the
Yeah.
rope and the beads. And because the beads at the bottom have deteriorated, that gap gets longer and longer because all my beads are getting shorter.
I didn't even know that was possible. Don't you have 2-inch beads as well?
On a lot of them, but honestly, I've been jumping a lot more with 1-inch bead ropes. Like I got one from Coach Chris, and then I've got a bunch of these from U Rope, and they're 1 inch, and I really like them. They've got the thicker cables so that they're
Yeah. Fucking
got a
cool.
little more heft to them.
Yeah. No, that's brilliant. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously if you've got spares and you've got plenty, haven't you? So you're fine. Take your older ones. Keep your pristine ones for the new stuff.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
problem is as well, I always worry that I'm going to lose my rope.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a bit crazy, but I'm quite up. Like, I love my ropes. Like, some of these are really old. I've got one from the first workshop that I did with Chris in 2021, and it was a free rope that you got with the package when you first did it, and that has never touched concrete.
Wow.
That thing is beautiful, and he still looks at it and goes, "How?" And I'm like,
Yeah, right.
because I've jumped with it so much on laminate, but it is pristine, white and red. I'm like,
Nice.
that bad boy's not going on concrete. It does not go on concrete. There's no way.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what it's like when but if you beat them to a pulp, then you're fine. You'll be all right.
Yeah. I have mats. I have jump rope mats. I just have a hard time staying on the mat. I like to travel so much, like I'm either on a limestone bench.
Tell.
You couldn't tell?
I couldn't tell that. I didn't know that, Diz.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of flack for it over the winter where I would go to the park and I'd lay down the mat and I would do my warm-ups on the mat and then I would start filming and then I'd start jumping and I would last a second and a half on the mat before I was off doing something else. People are like, "Why do you even bring that thing?"
Yeah, currently at the moment, while I'm in hiatus, whatever you call it, I'm basically not jumping. I'm rebuilding my outdoor area at the top. We haven't done it yet. I bought a thick horse stall mat, like Kathy has.
Yeah.
So it took me ages to find one under a certain amount of money because they are ridiculously expensive here. But I've got one and it's laid out I've took all the slabs out. So I slabbed my area with concrete slabs, but the slabs move. The amount of time that they've had out there. So they've been out there since 2020. What year are we in? Yeah, 2022. That's when I built it. And they've just kind of slightly moved in the soil. So we've stripped them all out. I've put the horse stall mat down. And that bad boy is quite good to jump on, actually. It's really thick and bouncy. So we just need to dig out, dig down, and then make it perfect for when I make my comeback.
Doesn't Aaron have a mat like that too? I feel like Aaron mentioned having a mat, something like that.
I don't think it's a horse stall mat. I don't know. It doesn't look very thick.
Yeah, I know I've given him a hard time for jumping in bare feet, and he uses those aqua socks or the toe socks, you know what I mean? Which feels...
No wonder he breaks his toes when he goes to meetups.
Yeah.
I think he broke all of his toes at the last one at the Dope Ropes. I don't know if he broke all of his toes, but he broke most of his toes at the Dope Ropes meetup.
How do you even...
I don't know if that's actually common knowledge, but he did. He's broke his toes. I'm going to say that, Aaron, you're a fool. Love you, but you're a fool. Yeah, I've always jumped on mats out there, but when the slabs move, and that's how I sprained my ankle last year, I'm not doing it again. I want it all level, I want it all pretty, and it'll be just a bit easier. Ada jumps on it now as well, so it's quite good for her.
Cool.
So while she's still learning, yeah, it's good. And what I was going to say, do you know who's going to the Chicago meetup? Because I've seen a few.
Yeah, I mean, I know several people who are going. I'm sure I don't know the whole list, but yeah, I get to meet Laura. Like Laura was at the meetup. Miss Nikki Skips, Release Queen, is going to be there. Yeah. And Janie on the jump. She's, of course, from Chicago. Yeah. So I get to jump with Janie and then jump in the lake. So that should be fun.
Is that where it's being held? Like where she...
Yeah. Yeah. Basically where she films her videos in front of Lake Michigan. It's being held really close to there.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
I know. I'm so excited.
How far away are you from Chicago?
It is about 5.5 hour drive from me.
Okay, so you're obviously staying over.
Yeah, I'm planning to leave on Friday. I'm dropping the dog off at the boarding place at 10 a.m. and then I'm gonna make a few stops and head out of town. So I plan to get down there around 5, 4, something like that, and then see if anybody wants to meet up and have dinner or jump or something like that. And then I think the meetup is supposed to start at noon on Saturday, and I already posted to the Chicago meetup group saying I'm not going to be able to last that long. Like I'm going to be jumping out of my skin by that time. So I'm planning to be down there at 10 if anybody wants to join me for warm-ups or coffee or whatever. So
Oh, that's so that's what happened at ours as well at London. So some of us met in the evening of the Friday. So I got to meet Pam, Laura, Jenny Jumps. God, she turned up. I could have squealed. I literally picked her up over the bar almost. I was like,
I know, I was
and
so proud of her.
loads of so many people. It was brilliant. And then I think Eddie Jumps turned up on Saturday morning and went for a coffee in the Serpentine bar, which we were jumping next to. So he turned up for a coffee, and I think a few met early, about maybe 10:30. So yeah, you're exactly the same as us. You just kind of do, and people turn up and things, which is really nice. And people just kind of hang around too, as well afterwards. Like no one just kind of departs, if that makes it. It's like, okay, bye, and everyone goes. It's like people just go at their own pace and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fun. You're going to love it. You get to meet Pam as well. Oh my God.
I know. I'm looking forward to
If
that.
she used a little bottle of maple syrup herself, like she is the sweetest. She bought me a bottle of that, and I've just told her. I sent her some pictures. I was like, this is amazing. We don't have maple syrup like that over here. We have it with so much sugar, and it's disgusting.
Yeah,
They're like,
no.
real Canadian maple syrup. I'm
Yeah.
like, that is not Canadian at all.
Right. No. Canadians do real maple syrup.
Yeah, and it was you're either gonna be like a bit like me where you fangirl a little bit, which I think you will be because we're very similar, where you kind of just go and then there's it, you just kind of go all over the place. I'm very much like that at Meetup. I kind of always feel like I'm with famous people. I think that's why I have a bit of imposter syndrome. I'm like, oh my God, can I take a picture with you?
I know, right?
With Fabian, Coach Fabian. Oh my God, it took me 2 hours to ask him for a picture.
Yeah.
Can I have a picture, please? It was almost like I was asking for more porridge.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Please, sir, could I have some more?
Can I have some more? Honestly.
Yeah. No, I totally feel that way.
I need to tell you something. The video that you sent me about that we need to do a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I did show them at the table.
I'm not sure which one you mean.
The one that you sent me about that we need to do a podcast about the meetup.
Oh, yeah?
I showed Peter at the table. She was like, I love that boy.
That's nice. It's nice to be called boy, too.
Well, she might not have said boy. I might have been. I can't remember what she said exactly, but
I want to remember it that way.
There's a few margaritas down, so, you know.
Nice. Yeah, I totally feel the same thing. In fact, I even said in the little Chicago meetup group, like, I feel like I'm fangirling already because all of these people that I've been watching for the last year and a half on Instagram are celebrities to me. Like you are a celebrity to me. Like, and so when I go, I mean, I know it now, I feel like more friends with a lot of these people, but to walk into a place where all of a sudden this person that I've been watching videos of and appreciating their skills and their spirit and their humor for the last year and a half, I get to see them in person and maybe even get a hug. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's where I kind of go in an introvert because I'm like,
I know, right? Like, what do I say? I don't.
Yeah, it's so funny, isn't it? And the thing is, I'm the same with famous people. I don't dare go up to them. I'm like, no, they don't want this. They don't want people having. And like my husband's, they go, they're asking for pictures. I'm like, yeah, but that's them. That's not me. I'm more humble.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just creep up afterwards, go.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And I've had a few incidents with famous people where I just said, F it. And I just walked right up and said, hey, you know, that album you put out got me through last Christmas. Thank you. And they appreciated it. You know, to me, it was like I was sweating all over and so nervous. But yeah, it turns out it doesn't matter how famous you are. People like to hear compliments. They like to hear they're appreciated, right?
You know what? I think we've spoke about it before as well, about how humble people are in the jump rope community. There's no egos. And that's what I love about it. All of us are the same type of person. And that's what I love more about just bringing us all together. And you all just feel like you've known each other for years. And it's mad. Like we sat down at the table for the food. There was 12 of us. I swear to God, it was like I knew them all and I'd been there before. We were like, we were like all old souls. And I
Right.
was like, this is amazing. And then at the jump rope meetup, and we was, people were taking time for each other and, explaining things. It was just, it's just nice. It's just nice that you're all, it's weird that we're all from different walks of life, but we're all cut from the same cloth. It's so strange. We've all got the same
Yeah.
passion. It's so weird.
It's interesting. I wonder if it's not a similar feeling. Like if I were an American in Afghanistan and I don't speak the native language, if I were to meet other English speakers there, all of a sudden we have this common language. We have some common background and stuff. And I feel like in the jump rope community, we don't have to explain to each other why adults jump rope, right? Like we know we do it to get in the bubble. We know it helps our health, it helps our fitness, it helps us
Mind.
mentally. Yeah. And so there's this whole unwritten language that we all have in common that brings us together without having to go over all that stuff. Where, if I have to explain it to a civilian, there's a lot more.
You've got no chance, have you?
Right.
And
Yeah.
people look at it, you're like, you're crazy. And you're like, yeah, I am crazy for jump rope. That's it. That's all it is. All it is. I saw the other day, is it Trisha? Rise and Joy?
Rise and Shine and Joy, yeah.
Yeah. So her
Trisha.
t-shirt, I jump rope to keep out the crazy, made me howl.
That's
Absolutely
awesome.
made me howl. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I need to get one of those from America. I don't know how I'll get one, but it just made me giggle so much. I was like, actually, yeah, I think I do. Actually, I think I'm crazy with a jump rope. I'm crazier without one.
Yeah, but happy crazy with the jump rope, and that's important. Yeah.
It depends. Last night, I did shout F it very loud.
Yeah.
It was really loud in the gym. 2 girls were stretching after our class. We had aerobics and they were stretching and they always stay there. And I'm like, can I jump? Am I right to jump? And I always ask, they're like, will you stop asking? I'm like, I have to ask. So I'm there spinning the rope out. Someone else came in on the spin bikes. And I don't think I'd ever seen her before in the gym. So I was like, she don't know what I'm about to do. Mamba 360 around her face. I was like, sorry. I just kept drilling this one little bit. I was like, I got a little routine in my head. I was like, we're just going to keep doing it. And then I think I said, one more try, Sarah. And I'd been there 15 minutes doing this, getting so effed off. And then it dropped again as I was doing a catch from 182 release. I went, loud as my voice. And I've got my headphones on. I was like, sorry.
Yeah.
Took my rope and walked.
I have done that so many times. Just like being in the park with the noise canceling headphones on and I think I'm alone and then I shout out some swear.
The bleeps that you do. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that. I had it happen once where I was jumping next to this bush, or it was like there's this big line of bushes that separate this mountain biking area from this other meadow. And I'm jumping on a limestone bench in the meadow and just having a good time. And I messed up and I said some choice, pirate words. And then a man and his son like emerged from around the bush. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't help other people hearing it. But yeah. That's pretty funny that it was a kid.
I know. It's a small enough town here that now there have been plenty of people that have seen me jump around town. And I went to the Pride Festival here in Red Wing last month, and I was just walking around. I had a couple of people say, "You're the jump rope guy." I was like, "I am the jump rope guy." And some other lady was like, "Yeah, I know some lady who jumps rope, and she's at the YMCA." And I was like, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah, and I see some other guy down by the river jumping." And I was like, "Yeah, guilty as charged. That's me."
Yeah. Nice. Do you have anyone in your town that jump ropes that you know of? I'm guessing no one.
I've heard of this one lady who jumps rope at the YMCA, but I have not met her yet. So
I'd be going down there and going to find out, dude.
Yeah, I probably should do that. Although I was one night I was thinking about it and wondering like, how creepy would it be for a woman if a guy walks in and says, "Hey, I've heard you're the only other jump roper in town. Will you jump with me?"
Yeah, fair point. That could be a bit weird.
No, I'll have to just like buy a temporary membership and then accidentally stumble across her while I'm jumping in the gym.
Maybe that. It's so a YMCA's gym.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's different meaning over here, so that's different. It might be a gym here. No, it's like a community centre. A YMCA is like, it's classed as like not a homeless, but like a refuge. So that's different. Yeah,
there are places where the YMCA is more like a hostel in a way.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And here, this is not a hostel. It's more like a health club, but they have community events and stuff. So like there's other stuff that you can do around that. And they've got a swimming pool and whatever.
Yeah, maybe you need to just join for a bit and then go and find your jump rope buddy. And then you can start doing the wheel ropes because they're dead fun. Oh, that's another thing. So obviously you've never been to a jump rope meetup before.
Right.
So obviously the double Dutch ropes might come out.
Yep. I know a few people are bringing double Dutch ropes and I'm excited to see
I'd
that.
love to see, and can't wait to see you in double Dutch. You're going to be crazy good.
I don't know about that.
You will be. You just need to. The problem is you just need to slow down, which I don't know if you can. I'm a fast jumper and I like to jump fast. If I jump slow, I feel really laboured and really heavy. And then just me and Peter always have this conversation that we always hate jumping slow. Slow combo is so hard for us to do. It's just it hurts the brain. But yeah, that and then wheel rope as well is dead fun. But hopefully, is there anyone that's organising the like meetup? Not like a Chris, but is there anyone that's organising?
Rachel Get Roped, Rachel Jablau. Or
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've heard people mentioning wheel rope too. So wheel rope is when you have two people stand next to each other, each holding a handle of one rope, and you're swinging two ropes at the same time, right?
Yes. Yeah. So you get entwined very easily.
Yeah.
So fun. They're so fun. Me and Sue, has she not been on a podcast yet? She hasn't, has she?
No.
Oh my God, you need to get her on one. I want to go force her.
All right, do it.
She'd be amazing to talk to. She's so the loveliest person. Yeah, so me and her did it at the workshop. And I'm not kidding. If that woman is a taskmaster, we just drilled until we got. I'm not kidding. I think we had 40 minutes doing the wheel ropes. I was
That's great.
Melted. Even she was struggling, but I was melted after that. I was like, I am done. I don't know what you've done to me, but and the wheel rope's so fun. Like the twisting, turning into it is. You can do everything with a jump rope that you can do with wheel ropes, and it makes no sense whatsoever. But somehow it works. It's just brilliant. I really enjoy them. Me and Stacey, on the other hand, struggle for some reason. I don't know why me and her can't get it.
Yeah.
We've tried multiple times when we've just met up, me and her. And I'm like, I don't know why we can't get it right. Lizette, so Chris's partner, Lizette, she's like the master of wheel.
Yeah.
She's so good at it. And her and Laura are doing them quite a lot at the moment. I love watching the journey.
Yeah.
So if people know how to do it, you'll be fine. You'll be able to follow easy.
Yeah.
And that's quite good for you because with a wheel, you kind of double bounce.
Yeah.
So obviously that person's jumping, you're not. So you kind of like double bounce it. It's really strange, but it's very fun. Yeah, it's fun.
That sounds fun. So I'm curious, when you were getting ready to go to a meetup or when you are packing for a meetup now, and maybe this is a little different when you're jumping versus not jumping, but what sort of things go in your backpack? I've written a whole blog post on things to pack to go to a jump rope meetup. And I want to hear from someone who's actually been to a jump rope meetup.
Plenty of water. The worst thing is when you run out of water, but obviously you're going into a city, so you'll be fine. There'll be plenty of places. So water is a big thing because I absolutely guzzle it by the gallons. Obviously, hopefully, if you've got a toilet close, otherwise you'd be peeing in the lake.
Fish do it.
Good snacks, so stuff that you can quickly eat that isn't heavy on your tummy. I take a speaker, so I take an outdoor waterproof speaker. They're always quite handy. I didn't actually get mine out in London, which was weird. A variety of ropes, and I say variety. I take a PVC, I take a flow rope, I take a few beaded, those kind of things. Sunscreen, obviously, you've got to take that because you've got to look after your skin. A hat as well, sunglasses, all those types of things, like you're packing for a holiday. I end up always taking far too much. Take a variety of handles as well. So if you've got long handles for something that you're not used to trying. So if you do tricks that you're not used to doing, take a long handled if you've got it so you can try and get it if you're trying to master something with someone. I'm a bit of a mum because that's just who I am. I've always been a mum before I became a mum. I kind of take enough snacks for other people too.
Sure.
Even though if there's going to be loads of people, but I always like to share, even though generally if it's in my house, I'll go, Sarah doesn't share food like Joey, but I like to take enough food that people, like if it was the family, obviously the family's got food and I'll take stuff for them. But if I was going to a meetup on my own, I kind of take a like mix of things for people to have. But obviously you just got to be careful of allergens and who you give it out to and be a bit sensible. But yeah, that I'm trying to think of anything else. Spare change of clothes. If you get sweaty, I would highly recommend some spare, because if you get sweaty and then wet, and if you want to go out for a meal or a drink afterwards, that's not nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I get sweaty, and that is the understatement of the day. Like, I feel like
the queen of sweat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm planning several costume changes. Yeah,
That's a good deal.
I was even joking, and maybe it's not so much of a joke, that I might bring a bar of soap so that when Janie throws me in the lake, I can, clean off a little bit and feel a little less disgusting at dinner.
A little refresh. That'll be nice.
Right. Yeah. Big bottle of like cologne, just lay it on thick.
I think Chris always brings like energy drinks. So he
Yeah.
always, not energy drinks, but like electrolytes.
Sure.
Like those blue kind of, I don't know what they are, blue kind of drinks. They're quite nice. He always brings them. I always see him drinking them, and I'm like, what are they for? It's like, because I get really stiff calves. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's really handy as well. I'd say loads, but if there's a shop nearby, just go pick up a load of stuff as you go in. But yeah,
No, I
think that's
plan on
all
bringing a
right.
cooler like stocked full of, like,
Oh,
I'm a
nice.
diet Pepsi addict, but I also like water,
Nice.
Gatorade, stuff like that. So
What kind of temperatures is it there at the moment? It's really hot, right?
yeah, it's pretty warm. Like, I don't know. I haven't looked up Chicago today, but for the last few weeks, it's been in the mid 80s Fahrenheit here. So, oh yeah, it's warm enough that, like, in the house that I have upstairs, I have to have a fan going, or else I'll just sweat sitting here, because
Yeah. Yeah.
the house is 118 years old and has no air conditioning. So,
Yeah. Well, ours isn't that old, but ours has no aircon either, and we're like that at the moment. Even though it's not that warm at the moment, it's just muggy. It's really close, and there's no like
yeah.
blue skies. It's just cloudy. It's awful.
It's interesting going back to the feeling like you have imposter syndrome when you go to meetings or meetups like this. I have not suffered from that, but I have dealt with imposter syndrome for a lot of my adult professional life, including when I used to work for a medical company and I would have to go train doctors and nurses how to use diagnostic equipment. And I was in
Wow.
my 20s, and I would
Yeah.
walk into a hospital and have to talk to these super professional people. Actually, one time when I went to Ohio, and I think I was at Cleveland Clinic, one of the nurses said, "Is this Doogie Howser?" And I wasn't that, it made me laugh so hard because, I was like 27 and in a suit and stuff, trying to teach nurses how to use this diagnostic equipment. Doogie Howser. But
Oh, that's
one of the
awful.
tactics, now I'm a tech nerd. And so if I go
Yeah.
to conferences or things like that, I tend to go into those things thinking everybody knows more than I do, and that I, barely deserve to be there, which is my own internal self-talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so my tendency is to want to be a wallflower. But one tactic that I've sort of developed to deal with that is realize there are other people like me that are doing the same thing, and figure out what those behaviors are, like standing up against the wall or not making eye contact. And I pick on someone. I'll find Sarah in the crowd and walk up and say, "Hey, you're Sarah, aren't you? I love how you do releases. Can you show
Yeah.
me something like that?" And if I can ask questions, if I can start the conversation and make someone else talk, it
Yeah.
relieves so much pressure from me. And it's just that one crack of the ice that starts things
Yeah.
going.
I'm exactly the same. I actually do exactly the same as well.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it at the last one just because obviously I wasn't able to participate as much as I wanted to. But
Right.
there was one of the ladies was doing flow rope. She had her headphones on. She was at the back, nowhere near us, and just watched her, and I was in amazement. And I thought, you know what, I need to go tell you how good you are, type thing. And so I did, and I know that she was just like in her own world. She didn't know if anyone was watching. She didn't even care. But I just had to go and tell her. And I was like, honestly, I didn't know you flow roped. I've been at workshops with her before and things like that. She used to help Chris out, I think, as support crew. It's like you are phenomenal. You really owned that rope, and that rope became part of you. And I've never seen it like that before.
That's so
And so
cool.
I've started to follow her, and I'm starting to get some moves off of her and everything. It's a weird thing because you can go to a meetup and know people and say you know what they can do, or you can go to a meetup and then see something that I've never seen them do before. And I was like, I need to go tell you you're awesome, and I also need to go now follow and see what you do with the flow rope. So I've been learning some out the back of my garden, and when I do get good enough to post it, I'm going to post it and tag her and like just say how inspired I was, because honestly, I've seen people with flow ropes before, and I've
Mhm.
seen how good people are, but she became one with that rope, and I was like,
Yeah.
you need to be told. And if I didn't actually take my flow rope with me because we carried everything. We
Yeah.
didn't drive. We did the train, then we
Oh,
carried. So we was there for 3 days. We had lots of stuff. I didn't take my flow rope because my flow rope's effing heavy. I have a
yeah.
really, really thick one. And so we didn't take my flow rope. Otherwise, I'd have grabbed it and gone with her and just said, can you show me some stuff?
Yeah.
Like, I would have literally gone up to her and just gone, like, can you help me? Because I want to be able to become so fluid with it. So that's the only regret I have from that meetup, is that I didn't take a flow rope with me. I probably could have had one off of someone.
Sure.
But that kind of sparked into my head, and just needs to go tell that woman now, you're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's nice, especially people that you know are slightly introverted. You know that you can kind of, if you're having a bit of a moment where you go, whoa, you can go up to that type of person, because you know they're going to start talking, especially if you know, throw a compliment in there and that. It's not for that reason. You know that you're going to compliment them anyway, because generally if they're there, they're going to be awesome. But yeah, you never know. People might come up to you and ask about your amazing skipping too. More than likely they will. Your absolute free flow. They're going to find a bench for you to do demonstration on, aren't they?
Yeah, I'll do my best. But yeah, one other thing I found is that in groups of introverts, sometimes all it takes is that one person to crack the ice to open everyone up. Like I've been at like meetups for developers where everybody sits and stares at their phone in a circle, and you're in a room with all these great minds who do amazing things online, but nobody talks. And I just decided, hey, I'm not too proud to look stupid. I'll ask a question like, hey, who does this on their website? Or how do you deal with this? And then boom, one person goes, and then it's around the room and everybody's talking and chatting. And so I feel like at least
it just takes that one person to come out. I know developers really well. I used to recruit for them. And I was always that person that used to get that tiny little spark out of them and go, right, talk to me about it. And they just go off like a rocket. And you go,
right.
yeah, there's the spark. There's that personality. Go do that in the interview. Crack on.
Yeah, right on. That's great.
And then they just go like a turtle. Yeah, you just need someone to stick their head out a little bit further with any introvert, and just stick that head. I will fully confess, I'm an extrovert with the right people. With different people that I don't know, I'm an introvert. I will sit there quite happily, be quiet.
Yeah.
I'll just take in the surroundings. And I'd suggest that to anyone going to a meetup for the first time. I did that with Aaron. So when Aaron came to the meetup in Manchester last December, it was his first meetup, and I went, just survey the area. You know, he's a tech guy, you know that. You have that common ground with him. And I was just like, I'll take care of you. I'll be the extrovert to your introvert.
Yeah.
And he won't mind you saying this. Like, I did tell him that. I was like, I'll be the extrovert to your introvert, and I'll look after you. If you need me to get you out of there, I'll get you out of there. But also, I'll make you come out of your shell. And that bloke did not stop.
Yeah.
He was hummingbirding everywhere.
Yeah.
He was like a hummingbird. He was like 1 minute there, he was 1 minute, and then he was doing reels with other people. I was like, yeah, go on, boy.
Yeah.
And now, that's all he does now. It's brilliant. And I love that he loves the meetups too.
Yeah, me too.
Really good. Yeah,
I've seen so many combos of him with other people, and they're always hilarious because he's always like twice the size of whoever he's jumping with.
The height of that bloke.
I know.
I don't know if him and Peter did one. I really hope they did, because they were the opposite ends of the scales.
Right.
I can't remember seeing it.
Yeah.
I think they had pictures. With the pictures that we had for the Jump for Joy group were hilarious. So the support group, so me, Aaron, Laura, and Peter, all together, we looked like band covers. I don't know if you saw them, but they were hilarious. He was doing them from his height, and then Peter did them from her height. It was so funny. I was like, I actually think I'm in a surreal world here between Australia, America, and bloody Aaron the Giant.
I know. He's 6'7" and she's 4'11". I know. Even in some of the videos where he's standing way off in the distance, he still is like the Tower of London. Yeah.
And he says his ropes aren't long. His ropes are long when they whip you, because you're 5-6 foot away from him, and he's still hitting you. Because he's like, my ropes aren't long, and I'm like, you are 6'7", mate. They are long too.
Right. Yeah, that's hilarious.
That happened at the Birmingham one. He whipped me so many times. I was like, I'm stopping standing in front of you, dude. Because obviously he buzzes. He does this. He doesn't jump in one spot. He's like you. And he buzzes and he buzzed straight behind me. Smacked me so many times. And then there was one time where our ropes got entwined. So that's another thing with jump rope meetups. Beware of the ropes. And I know that sounds silly, but because you've never been around anyone else jumping, just beware of the ropes, because you will get smacked.
Yeah.
It will happen. And it's not nice. It's all right being hit by your own rope. Being hit by someone else's.
Yeah, at least like when you're hit by your own rope, you know, at least it's a badge of honor. You know, it's that thing that it's that notch you get in your belt that takes you one step forward. When someone else is clocking you with a rope, it's just inconvenient, right? It's just a pain.
Yeah. It's not nice. It's not pleasant. You kind of just go, Oh, thanks. And then kind
Yeah.
of cry off in the corner for a little bit while you've got a severe whip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
pretty.
gosh. I was jumping at the beach the other night and I did I turned around and I was doing a reverse cross and I've done a bunch of them and I can pull them off, but this for whatever reason, wind or arm length or whatever, I smacked myself in the mouth so hard with the beads that I drew blood and I was like, this is awesome.
That is a badge of honor. That
I
is
know,
like,
right?
seriously.
Wiping the blood off and let's get jumping.
Oh my God. Did you hit any teeth or anything? Or was it just mouth?
No, it was my lip up against my teeth. You know, it was
Oh,
right smack in the
Dickie.
kisser. I know, it was great.
Did you see the one I put up last night? You might not have seen it. I put it up last night and I mamboed 360 and caught the rope in my mouth. Like I literally caught it and it went, huh? Like that. And so I just walked forward like this. I was like, oh, okay. That was another one before I gave up completely. But yeah, I whipped it round from a Mamba 360 and then somehow whipped it back up and just caught it straight across my mouth.
We'll call
I was
that
like,
the
I don't
Sarah.
think I
That's
can't
the
even do that.
Sarah release. Yeah, you need to patent that stuff and see if you can
But this is
repeat
what
it.
Aaron just said. Aaron was like, I've wanted someone to catch it in their mouth. And I was like, yeah, all right. I'll keep aiming for that then, shall I? Oh, there's nothing like good old whips in the face. Nothing
Yeah,
better.
it's the marks of progress, right? Like
Yeah.
the welt.
For the butt ones where you see all the beads, you see the literal individual, not on yours, because yours aren't hard enough anyway to whip you anymore. Yours are like paper.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
fair
still
enough.
get some. You know what I found is on some of my ropes, I did not have enough space in between the end of the handle and the first bead.
Huh?
And so when I got into doing wraps a lot, like wrist wraps and things, I would get my skin caught in between the two of the beads as I was wrapping around and just get that little monkey bite, you know, that pinch.
Yeah.
That's smarts.
Yeah, like an animal pinch. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right. No, I don't. Still, everyone says about the space. I have no space. I literally have a
Yeah.
beam, and that's how I've
Yeah.
always been. If I have two lacks, it's mad. So at the Birmingham meetup, Katie sort of jumps. Is that Katie,
Yeah.
the mad one with releases? She's amazing. So she ties a knot here, and then has a
Interesting.
flat space, and then the beads again, and I'm like, and a knot, and then the beads, and I was like, that's something. So I've changed one of my ropes to it. And you know what? It works so good for releases. I
Really?
got the tomahawk release, and with that rope, I'm going to use it for the eclipse. You know, where I still haven't tried it yet. I need to try it. Where you release on one side, spin, and catch the rope in a cross. Kevin, French jumper, did it, and then a load of other people have tried it as well. So yeah, well, I'm sure it wasn't his creation. I don't know if it was, but he was the one that I saw, and I went, I need a tutorial now.
Yeah.
And he was like, on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that I'm gonna try it with that one, even though I think I might get hit in the face quite a lot. But meh,
Yeah.
it
So
happens.
how many skills have you unlocked at meetups? Like by being able to be near other jumpers who can show things to you?
So at the Birmingham one, I unlocked 3, and they were things that I never thought I'd be able to do. 4 if you count the EB release, because I did it immediately after. So I did it when I went back into the comfort of my own gym, the where you kind of EB over, hold the
Yeah.
handle with the one and then throw it back and then release it. So I caught that both sides. That was banging. And something that Scotty did with Chris, and I tried to do this last night actually, and I couldn't remember what I did. So I was just throwing the rope anywhere. I kind of looked like a juggler. I was letting go this handle. No, that's not it. Let go this handle. No, that's not it. And I couldn't even remember.
Yeah.
A wicked like wrap release thing through the leg. Katie also taught me the tomahawk, and I did kind of get it, but it wasn't as fast as hers. You know how hers looks absolutely immaculate, and I can't remember what else the other thing was. Don't know, it's gone. But yeah,
Yeah.
so mainly at jump ropes meetups, I get taught something generally by Ailey. She takes my hand and teaches me something pretty cool.
To tie yourself into a pretzel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Pretty
She is
much.
so good at that.
Yeah, I know. She's amazing. She is amazing. And she just doesn't, she just still doesn't realise it, I don't think. She massively has imposter syndrome, and she won't mind me saying that either, but she is amazing. She needs to know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's lots of people that will quite happily teach you stuff, and I really like that as well.
Yeah.
Because you can see them helping you. And it's just mad how much you get inspired and then go, how do you do that? And then you ask and then they show you happily.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Let's go for it.
Just the
Yeah.
idea of being in person like that and being able to get that coaching or that help, that, oh, I see why that tomahawk's not working for you because your arm's way out here.
Yeah, there's nothing better than getting that feedback because you
Yeah.
can't see it on a video. Yeah, I mean, I try and help people through this Jump for Joy thing. I tried to help as much as I could, and a lot of people did unlock the MIC release with my help, which is amazing. But doing it face to face, like with Peter, and me watching it going, hold up, that's not right there. Like you're hitting the ground, you're deflecting off the ground while you're throwing it. That's why it's not catching. That's why your handle's not coming back to your pocket. And that was it. And then Ailey spotted it as well. She said exactly the same. And I was like, see, coach says it, so I'm sorted. If coach approves it, then that's fine. Anything I unlock, I always send to Ailey and go, is this an unlock? And she's like, yes. I'm like, good girl, thanks.
Ailey
I do.
approves.
I always send it her first. I'm like, coach, is this correct?
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, the jump rope, I think you're going to be, I think you will get a little bit introverted because you're a fangirl, but I think you'll be absolutely in your element. And I do think if she sees, I think the thing I worry about is if I see people doing something, I don't ask if I can join, do it. Because you'll regret it otherwise. You'll go, why didn't I ask them if I could join that combo or whatever? I always regret it afterwards and go, why didn't I ask if I could be part of that or at least try? I think I did it with Sue and Peter at the London one. And I just couldn't land something. And honest to God, the pain I was in, I just gave up and I went, look, girls, I said, you just do it. I said, I haven't got it again. So I kind of stepped back and then they did it. It was the one where they did the power kick. And they did it themselves. And I was like, look, I'm glad I stepped away, but I'm glad I asked. I asked to be part of it because I was like, yeah, let's do it. But just the pain I was in, I couldn't jump anymore. I was done. Completely done. But yeah, if you see like 2 or 3 people or whatever doing something, ask to be part of it. Because that'll be something that'll be monumentous for you to do something like a combo with other people. It'll be nice. Even if it's a little one. Yeah, 100%. It's your birthday tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I sing happy birthday? Actually, no, I won't sing happy birthday to you. But I'll do it off the air. But yeah, are you excited for your birthday too?
I am. Yeah, I'm taking part of the day off and I'm going to go jump rope in the morning. And there's a local theater in town that's all restored, beautiful theater. It's all built out of limestone. It's gorgeous inside. And they're showing some old movies over the course of the summer. And so tomorrow night they're showing The Goonies, which I saw when I was young on my birthday when I was like 13 or something. So yeah, I'm going to go see the.
Oh my God, my husband loves The Goonies. He absolutely adores that film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm taking myself tomorrow night. So.
Oh, that's going to be so good for you.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. And then leave on Friday morning for the meetups.
Make sure you get plenty of food in you on Friday. I know you're traveling, but make sure you get plenty of food.
Yeah.
Carb up, carb up, carb up, carb up. Because you probably won't want to eat. You might have a bit of breakfast in the morning, but you will be so busy jumping, most people forget to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured I would like stock up on Cliff bars or protein bars or have stuff like that with me because I don't really like to eat a lot if I jump anyway. Oftentimes I'm not eating dinner until like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night anyway because I have to get my skipping in first.
How long do you normally skip for when you go out now? Like when you go out into the park, say tomorrow, how long do you normally skip?
It depends. I've gotten to the point where I'm taking more breaks. I'm trying to be more respectful of my ankles. So I will usually go to like one spot and skip for somewhere between an hour and an hour and a half. And then I'll go to the car and then I'll drive somewhere else. That might be another location within the same park, or I might go to a different city and then jump in a different spot. But it depends on the day. On a weekday, I'd say I probably jump 2 to 3 hours a day. And on weekends, on a weekend day, probably more like 4 to 6.
I haven't frozen. I literally was in shock. Okay, you'll be fine at the jump rope meetup. I was going to say, what's your recovery plan? But you'll be fine. No worries.
Yeah. I get a lot of time in, and I feel fortunate to be able to make that time to use because I feel like it's helped me progress. And I've actually started formalizing.
When we first started talking, not like the podcast time, but like when we first started talking, your progression is mad on how confident you are with the rope now. It's excellent. Like how free flowing you are and how the different type of strides that you have and the different styles and the different shuffles. Yeah, you progressed massively, and that's obviously shown with the amount of time that you've done with it as well. So yeah, nice to see.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have so much fun with it. And it's hard when it is your happy place, like when it is my bubble, when it is my force field, it's hard not to be there. Like there are so many times like during the day where I'm at work where I'm like, yeah, I'll deal with this customer and whatever, but I just can't wait till 5 o'clock rolls around and I can feed the dog and get her pottied and then go out and jump for a bit,
Yeah,
log that time.
it's an addiction, but I'd rather have this addiction than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of spin the ropes, but I haven't dedicated that much time since I find it really hard not to jump. So as I put on the reel last night, I struggle to do a skill and not jump the rope, and I'm like, just want to jump it once, and I'm not
Yeah.
completely allowed to stop impact. So that's why I've continued my cardio classes. So actually more now, I'm dedicating more time to the gym than I am my jump rope. But I know that I haven't lost it yet. So the muscle
Right.
memory's still there. And I'm still trying to just spin it, just keep spinning it. And I just spin instead of doing a trick or something like that. And I am enjoying that kind of journey now. But I'm itching. It's only been like 4 weeks and I'm itching to get back to it. It's not even been 4 weeks since I got the kind of hiatus. No, it must be just literally 4 weeks. Because it was just before the jump rope meetup that I got told that if I keep jumping, it will rupture. I'm like, okay, great, thanks. But I'm not allowed to stop completely because then when I start again, it will die. It will go. My foot will go. So I'm at the point now where I think it's going to be about 5 to 6 months before I can properly jump rope again. So I've got to put in a disaster recovery plan. Like you say, you're kind to your ankles. I've got to be kind to my body.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be now rooting down the whole raps like Ailey.
Yeah.
Never. But that kind of thing. So get in a groove, do it to music, do it to timings, do it to song, try and get down that route again. So that would be kind of part of my recovery as well as getting strong and head.
Yeah. That's been part of what I've been doing too. Like even the last week, I've had a few days where I really tried not to jump, but when I put headphones on and put a rope in my hand, it's really hard not to. But I've been working on a lot of rope flow stuff and like wrist wraps and changing direction and just working on flow. And so I've got a bunch of drills with that. But yeah, when the Jay-Z song kicks in, it's hard not to get the feet moving.
Yeah, when that dirt off your shoulder kicks in. Yeah. There's loads of, you know me and you are the same. I think that I really enjoy rope flow a lot more than I did, and I appreciate it a lot more. Now my body's getting stronger because the muscles you use, and if you feel that muscle contracting, like your core and whatever you're doing when you're flowing in your back and your lats, oh Christ, it's a good workout. Like,
It is.
oh my goodness me, like really, really good workout. Especially if you keep drilling the same moves. That's why I don't really record much of it because most of the time I'm generally in the garden and I'm just flowing and flowing. I'll just be doing it in the mornings when I'm hula hooping and those types of stuff. And it's those types of things. And I think maybe take your flow rope with you when you go.
Yeah, I'll
You
take
might
one.
as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
you might as well because you never know who pulls out one of those and then you get a flow going on and get some inspiration for new moves as well. So yeah, that's a good point. I don't think I said flow
I
rope.
think flow rope too can just be beautiful. I mean, it is a good workout and stuff. Learning to handle the flow rope has helped my jump rope flow immensely.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And so, and just I think it's really beautiful. It can be a dance. Like, I mean, it can be like martial arts. It can be a dance. It can be just really mechanical, but I just think it's fun and beautiful and very dancey. And I have a ball with it.
I was more mechanical and I liked the structured things. And my husband showed me because he used to do martial arts and did like rope darts and things like that. So, the really sharp darts at the ends of ropes and throw them around. So he showed me some moves with that, not with the rope darts. We don't have that anymore, but like with the flow rope. And I kind of became more, not rigid, but structured. Let's call it structured flow. And then I've now been dancing a lot more with it. Geez, I love it so much. Like that just freedom and the hips going and you kind of almost salsa into the flow rope and you're like, where has this even come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like dancing with it. It's definitely it's a completely different thing that I never thought I'd like. But you know how you was on about earlier with the meditation? I've started yoga. Now, when I'm in yoga, I'm still struggling to get in that mind frame where I shut that bad boy off because it just won't. But I'm getting into the breathing and getting into the movements and things fine. But with flow rope, I kind of feel it's not an orb, it's almost like a shield. Does that make sense? Because generally you're always on one side. It's never really going under you. So you're not creating that force field around. So when it's going around you and going behind, I feel like I'm throwing a shield round. I know that might sound a bit crazy, but
no,
I do.
it makes
I feel
perfect sense.
it's like a really thick, because mine's really thick. I feel like a really thick piece of armor that I'm going around with. And I'm like, oh my God, this feels really strong. And I just love it. It's just, I never expected myself to love it. But I do feel in like the point I was getting to, I feel like I'm in a meditated state with a flow rope. Where a jump rope, it's manic, it's maniac. And I'm like, yeah, go! Whatever music I've got going on, it's fast paced. And I'm generally going like 10 to a dozen. But with a flow rope, I feel like a meditation, bar when you smack yourself, because that pains. It's the worst hits. But yeah, when I'm with a flow, it's just like a shield. And I'm not in a bubble. I'm completely in a meditated state, and I can actually switch the brain off. And I don't know why. Weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird little thing that.
I know for me, part of it, and I feel the same thing. For me, part of it is that I still listen to music. So that's keeping that's keeping some rhythm going. And I am oftentimes timing with the music, right? So if I'm listening to Dirt Off Your Shoulder, there's a beat there and I'm having the rope hit on the beat or the half beat or something like that. And so that's the extent of my thinking really is I'm moving with the beat. I'm changing directions. I'm rapping, whatever.
Yeah. Do you listen to that while you're flow roping?
Sure.
Oh no. So my mood, this is probably why I go into a bit of a meditated state. I change it up. I go either Pearl Jam or something really melodic, like seriously. I go proper like grunge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pearl Jam's one of my favorite ones. And sometimes I have a little bit of a cry. Flow rope makes me cry a little bit.
Yeah. Sure.
And I don't know why. It's done that every time I've tried, like most times I've tried it. I think I told you the last time I was on, I went and I had almost a breakdown.
Really?
I can't remember what song I was listening to, but it was so meaningful at that point. And I got so angry. I think it was a Linkin Park song for some reason. But yeah, again, it was faster and heavier. But now I've started to, maybe it's my old age, maybe I've started to calm down a bit. But I've started to go into like really grunge rocky type stuff into it. Oh,
yeah.
Pearl Jam hits hard. When you listen to Jeremy and flow into that, it's fast. But boy, it gets some good anger out.
Yeah. Probably a couple months ago, I did, is it Elderly Woman in the Counter or Elderly Woman in a Small Town by the Counter? Or I forget what the name of that song is, but you know which one? I seem to recognize your face.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a slower Pearl Jam song, but
yeah.
it's a
No, I
good
do know it. Yeah.
one.
I was just trying to think. No. Yeah. It is. They are great to listen to, but I like that kind of flow, if that makes sense. That kind of flow. So I might have to try it to fast dance songs. Why I haven't done that, I don't know.
I think it's fun to kind of mix it up. Sometimes it's fun to put on something really slow and do it double time. You know, like if you've got something that's got a really slow beat, you can get the rope going at twice the speed of the song or something like that.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're more advanced than me. All right, fine, Dizzy. Yeah, no, I'll try it. I will try it. I promise. I will 100% try it. I generally always go to the same playlist, though. That's my problem. So I need to go out of my comfort zone, obviously. I'm on it. I'm on to Jay-Z. It might have to be Jay-Z Linkin Park. Yes, I do.
Spotify has their AI DJ, and I've been using the AI DJ quite a bit.
Well, I could, but the problem is that my daughter uses Spotify. We have a Spotify playlist for her. So I have Gabby's Dollhouse and Bluey songs. So if it DJs that for me, I will flip.
No, you have to get the family plan where you get her own login so that her music choices don't influence yours. But yeah,
I will have a look at it. I think I've heard about it. I've heard good things about it. But
what's nice is that it sort of mines your catalog and it'll play things that you listen to. Like it'll say, hey, it also gives you fun facts. Like it told me, hey, in April, you listened to 5,666 minutes of Spotify. I was like, what sort of crazy person does that? And when you consider that
for some people,
it always tells me like you're in the top 1% of Emily Brandt listeners, or you listen to the Chainsmokers more than anyway. but it's fun. But it'll play back songs that you already listen to, and then find songs of similar genre and
Similar
suggest them.
genre. Yeah,
So
nice. Yeah, I have an eclectic mix of stuff though, but also the heaviest of metal, which I'm about to go to next week. I'm going back to my first metal festival since having my daughter. So I'm
yeah,
like, oh, mama's going to let loose. I'm still not drinking, so that's fine. I'm going to drive everyone. But yeah, I'm driving everyone down and we're there for the whole night. And Machine Head are headlining. I know. And oh, I just can't wait. I can't wait to be in a field with loads of sweaty people. It's going to be amazing. So, depending how Chicago goes, do you reckon you're going to plan another one, or is that too soon to tell?
oh yeah, no, I mean, I'm a convert already. Like, I know I'm going to love it. I know I'm going to have the time of my life. So yeah, my goal, I want to get to London next year and do at least a meetup in London. If I had my druthers, I would come to Europe for like a month, because you guys have actually meetup after meetup after meetup in July and August
Yeah,
and
constant.
September. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I would love to come hang out and travel around. But yeah, I don't know what the next meetup is. I've heard rumors of potentially one in the New York area in a few months. And if that happened, I would totally do that as well. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. I suppose it's a lot easier to get to something into America than it is probably all the way over here. But I appreciate that you're already planning it and thinking about it. So that would be cool. And I already told you I'd be the first signing up going to it.
Yeah.
I don't care what's going on. I don't care if there's a family holiday. I'm like, you take the kid, I'm going to London.
Yeah, that's
When
great.
my husband hears that and watch it on repeat, he'll be like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, I 100% will be there, and I know plenty of other people will as well, because I think everyone kind of looked at this London one. Oh my God, there was so many people that came from different walks of life in different countries. I think it was 11 continents in the end. 11
I,
continents, no, 3
there's,
continents, 11 countries.
I was going to say
Oh
there
God,
aren't
the other way
11
around.
continents. Yeah.
No, there isn't 11. 3 continents, 11 countries.
It's
Yeah, and
amazing.
however many people. Mad.
Yeah.
Absolutely mad. And that's what I loved about it as well, because I hope I get to experience something like that again. I don't know if it'll be on that scale. If it will, it'll be bigger and it'll be amazing. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was just so fun to do. And it was funny that like the Australian gang were like, it's cold here. And I'm like, this is hot. Get out of the
Yeah.
country. This is warm for us.
I know. It's
But
their winter time now, right? And they come to your
yeah,
summer and say it's cold.
but they couldn't hack the humidity. So
Oh,
they said it's too humid here. And I'm like, you live in like 40-degree temperatures. What are you on about? But
yeah.
also, they have pools. So,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was dead fun. I hope I get to experience another one like that. I hope I get to jump at one like that, at least try and get some video footage with people. But I don't really go for that. If I do get a chance to video with someone, then I'll happily do it. But I'm just more happy just to go say, hey, how you doing, catch up and that type of stuff. I kind of take them as that. I'm not like a jump up, I'm not like a meet up veteran, but while I'm injured, that's all I
Yeah.
can really do. And that's really
Yeah.
what I like. There's one happening near me, which is really unfortunate this weekend. It's like a last minute announcement that Chris has done. And I could get there within an hour, but we're away, we're camping. So
Yeah.
Stacey was like, are you coming? I was like,
Yeah.
I'm all the way north. I'm not
Yeah.
going to be here. But yeah, like in the summer, it's mad. They're all over. I'd love to do Paris. I'd love to do Germany. I'd love to do them all. So at one point I'll be able to, but it won't be anytime soon. I'm like you. I'm just
Yeah.
like, it'll happen at some point, but not yet.
Yeah.
Paris for me will be the next big one that I want to do. I'd love to try that.
Amsterdam
I'd love
too.
to go.
Got to do
Yeah,
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. Yeah. Plenty of them. They're so fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on to talk to me about meetups. I
Thank
was
you for having
already
me.
super hyped, but now I'm even more hyped, and I'm going to have to report back to you. I'm going to take an extra power pack with me. I'm going to take an extra phone, lots of
Power pack.
charge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I plan on taking lots of video, maybe doing some little man on the street interviews.
That'd be wicked. Yes, I 100%. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. That will. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't wait to see. Even if you don't get that much footage, I just want to hear about it. Just do like a video of you just talking about it afterwards. Everyone will watch it because they'll be so happy that you've done one finally. And I can't believe it's going to be your first one. And I want a voice note from you, like in the morning, if you're buzzing around like a hummingbird.
Right. Yeah, I'll
But no,
probably
thank you for
post
having me
something
on.
during the day. Of course. Yeah, it's always my pleasure to talk to you.
Yes, and hopefully again soon.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, friends. Thanks for hanging out on the Jump Rope Podcast. We genuinely appreciate your spending your precious jumping recovery time with us. If you had a skiptastic time, or even if you had a pretty decent time, please smash that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts. And hey, why not toss us a 5-star rating while you're at it? It really helps new jumpers discover the show. Got friends? Of course you do. Spread the Jump Rope love. Tell your friends, your family, your neighbor, that rando at the grocery store checkout, anyone who needs more jump rope joy in their life. So until next time, keep jumping, keep laughing, and remember, life's too short not to skip with a smile. Catch you in the next jump.